Tone here for Unlocked, and we're going to talk about my top 10 rules in the escape room industry. Rule number 1 is be passionate about the design build. Do you enjoy doing the puzzles? Do you enjoy building the puzzles? Do you enjoy writing the content, creating the content? Really, this is all about, do you enjoy building your content? Because if you don't, there's a disconnect, and you really should ask yourself why you're here in the first place. The more you are passionate about what you're doing, the more it's going to reflect in the work. And you're not going to put as much effort behind things you don't enjoy. So, make sure that you're really here for what you're doing, and like what you do. If you're shipping off the builds to another company, or bringing other people in to write your puzzles and your story content and so forth, then really, why are you here? Is this just an investment? Is it just a cash grab? Because there's plenty of other things you can get into that are in art form entertainment. So, got to be passionate about the design build. Never use a marketing firm. So, this is something I've experimented with, and it was a rule of mine before Trapdoor, and then I broke my own rule, and I'm right back to reaffirming that rule. And it's because, again, this is an art form entertainment. This isn't something that's really cookie cutter. So no one should know your content better than you, and no one's going to be able to market your content better than you as a result. You really need to know your own stuff and be the voice that's getting it out there. Now, as far as what things are being posted, put yourself in your customer's shoes. What would interest you to see about the place? And do people want to see behind the scenes of what you're doing? Do people want to see customers' opinions and what they're doing? Just recreate the experience of your business online through your social media outlets. What articles do you read about the industry? Hopefully you're reading some. And find out who's writing those. Contact them. It's pretty simple. Read, read, read. Always be educating yourself about the industry. When we started Trapdoor, we were coming in from film production and live immersive entertainment. So, we knew how to work behind the camera, but, putting people in the room is a little different. Now, we had that blend of live immersive entertainment, so we kind of worked with what we knew. But immediately, we were learning new things. We were learning about how to make the indestructible sets we wanted in our future content. We were learning about how do we craft these sets to look like anything we want them to look like? How do we work with foam? How do we work with other special effects? Always learning. Up until that point, certain social media didn't exist yet. So, new things are coming out every year. Read, learn, repeat. Lead by example. Now, I kind of have a rule that I won't make you do anything I won't do. And I think my team knows that at this point. I clean the toilets. I do the game mastering when, I'm starting somebody out or training them to show them how it should be done. I clean, I build, I puzzle. Anything that they're doing, I'm doing too. We're painting walls, I'm painting walls. If we're scrubbing floors, I'm scrubbing floors. Maybe I'll just get in there and get it all moving and then let them take over so I can move to something else more, that's important or more important or whatever. But no matter what, I'm setting the example. So make sure to lead by example. It's the only way they're going to respect you. Market research your themes. Don't come out with a game that's right down the block. Don't come out with an experience that there's 30 of in your market. And also, see what the trends are for entertainment that year. What's the hot new thing in entertainment? Maybe your theme should be a little bit closely related, have some things in common. Never steal an idea. But, look at the market trends. Are aliens big this year? Are pirates big this year? Is aquatic content big this year? Whatever it may be, but know what's trending. It's important to how you design your theme so that you can piggyback off of the market trends. Compete 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Always work as if someone is trying to make you close your doors, because someone might be. Someone is. So always be in a competitive mode. Always make sure that you're giving it everything you've got to be the best and to keep advancing, so that you're always better than whoever's coming next, because someone's always trying to kick your ass. Don't lie to yourself. You're not the best at everything. I'm not the best at everything, and I'm practically a god. So, I mean, come on. No, but I mean, realistically, there's people that are way better at me that, at plenty of the things we do here at Trapdoor. And you really need to make sure that you're honest with yourself, because you need to hire people to make up for the things you're lacking. And the only way to do that is to really, have that introspective view, to know what you're lacking. You're not the best at every single thing, but you can hire someone who's great at the things you lack. I'm an idea guy. I'm messy. I'm overly spontaneous. I have counters for that. I've built a team around that. So Michelle, she's highly organized. As our manager, she makes up for how messy and unorganized I am. And Mike, he's our head of production, but Mike is a perfectionist. So he counters that spontaneity where, I'll come up with a spontaneous idea, but he makes sure we do it right. Gotta make sure you're honest with yourself, and that you're compensating for the things you lack. Core competencies. Know them. Your team is going to have some things that they just overall are better at. For Trapdoor, it's film production. So we make sure film production is at the forefront of all of our design. It's something that we're passionate about. It's something that we put the most effort into, so therefore it's our highest skill set. And we make sure to put that forward in all of our content, so that when you come to Trapdoor, it's going to be a cinematic experience. Focus on a few great themes instead of a ton of mediocrity. And what we mean by this is, maybe you've got 10,000 square feet to build in. Does that mean that you should build 20 games in that space? No, it doesn't. Do what your team can actually handle, because you really don't want to just build a ton of cheap shit. You want to build high quality experiences that people are going to talk about and get excited about and keep coming back to. And that's the thing, is okay, well, what if we run out of content? They're going to be excited for what you do next. We try to get a new game out pretty much every 6 months. That gives us the time to really put the effort and design behind each thing we're going to let the public visit and see, because we want to make sure it's always our best foot forward. If I was to build 5 games at the same time right now, obviously they're not all going to be that great. Matter of fact, they might all be kind of shitty, because I'm not really concentrating on any one thing. I try to make sure that I am 100% dedicated to whatever we're building in the moment. And then when it's done, wipe the slate clean, start the next project. And what that kind of does is it puts a little bit of an urgency stamp on all your content. Because, for example, with Trapdoor, our players know that we're going to destroy one of our sets at some point. At some point, our themes will disappear, and they will never be able to play that theme again. So especially once we announce, Cure Z is ending August 15th. So now, in the last, 40 minutes, we just did 2 sold-out bookings for Cure Z. Now, the excitement's back again, because if you haven't played it, it's your last shot. You got the summer, and then it's gone for good. Plus, there's a new theme coming, so pre-sales start to kick in, and that gets a lot more excitement as well. So we're constantly in that urgency to see it before it's gone, and excitement for what's coming next, and that's a great place to be. And of course, don't suck. Ethics are important. Unless you're planning on getting in, screwing everyone over, and then getting out. It comes back to haunt you eventually, because as time goes on, word gets around, and when you're not so amazing, it does come back to bite you in the ass. People talk, and other companies start to talk, and sooner or later, you're the one that no one recommends. And sooner or later, the players catch a whiff of it too. And suddenly, they don't want to visit you either. So seriously, play nice with others. We could accomplish a lot more together than we can apart. So don't suck. That's our top 10. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, and of course, puzzle on.